Good evening, everybody. It is the night before the Croom Zoom 50K trail run ultra marathon, and I've got everything laid out like I usually do, going over my equipment checklist, and I just, like usual, I want to show everybody, what goes into it, how it's different than the big ultras. It's still an ultra, so you got to prepare. So I'll get started. I'll start the morning. Got my meds. Had a little cough lately, so I'm taking Mucinex and some cough drops. Taking care of my feet in case it gets too wet. Can't exist in Florida without a lot of sunblock. Got Rosie the Riveter going to keep me motivated again this time. We're starting off at 6 o'clock. So even with as light as it is, I've got my headlamp. It's got some cool functions. I'm going to have that. Got my little belt for my bib, and then my bib, 314. I'll have my phone with me, so I got my Mophie case to keep it charged. Sunglasses, because it's going to be sunny. It's not as tree covered as the Croom Zoom usually is, because they changed venues. So it's going to be a lot more open, so I'll need my shades. Toilet paper, you know why. I've got these compression socks that I started using with... I had an issue on the Route 40 romp, the Cross Florida run, where I don't know if I pulled something in my leg or if blood just accumulated too much or what. So Angie, my massage therapist and sponsor, she recommended that I get some good compression socks to keep my circulation going and to keep the blood going back up into my legs, into the rest of my body, and not just pooling. So I got these. They say run forever. I'm going to test that one day. So far they work. But if I try to run forever and I don't make it, I'm going to sue them. I got my fancy new orange mud pack that I'm excited to use. This is going to be the longest run that I've used it on. So I'm excited to see how well it does, how it holds up. See if maybe there's some areas I need to look for with wearing under my arms or anything like that. Stuff you don't really find out until you actually run in it for like 6 hours. Got my Hokas. These are about on their last leg. They're not too good for pavement anymore. I've worn through them. I haven't even had them a year, and I've worn through the sole, but it's a trail run, so that's not that big a deal. Got my pink compression socks that aren't too pink anymore. They've been washed too many times. As always, I got my Ocala Triathletes gear. Always representing my club. They're my family. And some new shorty shorts. I got red this time. Nice and flashy red. And we got some pretty cool event shirts this time. I like it. Later on, I'll be having my good luck night before race whiskey, like I always do. Doesn't always have to be scotch, although this is. Sometimes it's bourbon, sometimes it's rye. Just do what's comfortable. Rules aren't too strict on that. And probably read a little bit of my book before bed, and that'll be it. The race start is 6 in the morning, and we're probably going to get there. Everybody that's running it, and also my friend Dee Dee. If you followed me on the Jacksonville or the Daytona 100, Dee Dee is my friend that ran with me for quite a while going into the night of that run. She's going to be running that with me tomorrow. We're going to stick together. Neither one of us is out there trying to break any records. She's still just getting into ultra marathons, and so she's hoping to have a good day out there and complete the run. And so I'm going to stick with her and use this as a good training run and not try to push myself too hard and just have some fun with it. But anyway, tangent. We'll be getting there around 5:30 to get ready, and then at 6 o'clock we're going to be off and running, and I'll make sure to post a link to my Garmin like I always do. We'll probably be done by noon, maybe a little bit later, but you'll be able to follow me. I think the signal's good enough to where I shouldn't lose any signal, and it's not going to time out because it's good for 24 hours, so none of those kind of issues. Oh, I didn't go over my food. So it's a little different preparing for a 50K, and a 50K is 31 miles, so it's 10 5Ks. Where I'm on the 100 mile and 116 mile ultras, I was packing the cooler. I had all sorts of food. I had different carbs, fruits, you name it, anything I could fit into the cooler. But this time it's a little more stripped down. I've got my Gatorade Endurance that I mix up. It's going to be pretty warm out there tomorrow, so sweating is a big deal, and losing electrolytes is going to be a really big deal. So I've got my Gatorade Endurance, which has like 3 times the electrolytes of their regular formula and less flavoring, so it's not as strong. And I've also got I'm reintroducing gels into my training, and these are Science and Sport energy gels. I like these because most gels are pretty gooey, kind of like jelly, and these have a little bit of water mixed in with it, so it's a lot easier to drink on the go. And they taste pretty good, so I like those. And then, I got bananas. So I'm always going to have my bananas with me. Lots of good potassium, easy carbs, quick energy. And another thing that I'm introducing into my training is meal replacement shakes, or Ensure. This is just Publix brand. The reason I'm doing that, on those long ultras, I had an issue. The first one, I had bad stomach issues because my nutrition was bad. No excuse for that. But the last ultra, the last couple, I had issues with just going to the bathroom a lot. Nothing wrong with my stomach per se, but with eating a lot of those solid foods, once your body processes it, you've got that solid waste that your body has to get rid of. And it just got so taxing and so discouraging to have to go to the bathroom so much. So my theory, what I'm thinking, is that if I get my nutrition from a lot more liquid fuel, that my body can digest it easier, and I'll have less solid waste, and instead of having to go to the bathroom maybe I'll sweat it out more, or just run off into the woods and go number one real quick and then be back on my way. So that's not going to be too much of an issue on this run because it's only 6 hours. So I won't have to refuel too much, and I don't really see those kind of results until like 12, 15 hours. But this is more of just getting it in my system, see how my body likes it or doesn't like it, and find out, try and work out the kinks now before I get out onto a really long run. So that's kind of the theory behind the liquid fuel. And it tastes good, and it's easy to take in, not having to chew up a lot of stuff and swallow, and little things like that really add up whenever you're trying to stay focused on a run. So that's pretty much it for the cooler for a 50K. There's not much to it. I got a little bit of rice in there. I don't even know if I'm going to get into that rice, but that's, just in case. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And then here's for after. So it's going to be kind of a cookout party atmosphere afterwards. So gonna have a few high noons, chill out after the race, and just have a good day of it. And I do have some saltines. That's another one kind of like the rice. I don't know if I'll need it or not, but it's there. And then I've got some good breakfast fuel. Pumpkin pie spice Pop-Tarts, the breakfast of champions. So that's pretty much it. It is 8:40 now, and it finally got dark. I hate how light it's staying now. I hate daylight savings time. It's the enemy. But anyway, I digress. Positive vibes. It's 8:40. I'm going to get all settled in, have my scotch, enjoy a little bit of reading, and hit the bed because tomorrow's going to come early. So I'll let everybody know how things are going. I'll do video check-ins. We're not going to be rushing and going crazy, so I'll check in with everybody. And like I said, I'll have that link posted with my Garmin tracker. And I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Thanks.